everyone. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about values. Now, all of us have these deep-seated needs and values that are core to who we are as a person. These needs and values are things that we hold very dearly inside, and they give rise to the way that we see the world. They shape our attitudes, our opinions. They're the reason why we think that some things are good or bad or right or wrong. They drive our emotion because it's how we perceive the rest of the world. And those, as you can imagine, are the reason why we have a tendency to behave in certain ways. They kind of shape the way that we show up in our day-to-day interactions with other people. Now, we've all probably had a time in our life where we have maybe found that our life was not really living very aligned with our needs and our values. And for whatever that reason might be, we can all probably agree that that didn't feel very good. Sometimes it can lead us to feeling like we're being inauthentic, that we're not being true to ourselves, that there's something missing, a variety of different emotions, but the common theme is that none of them are very pleasant. And so it can often make sense to us as an individual that we would want to function in a world where our needs are met and where we're living aligned with our values. Now, there's an implication that comes along when we choose to be in a committed relationship with another person. Because there's a chance that the person that you are in a relationship with might have some different needs and values than you do. And sometimes I think we can get in this bubble where we walk around in life assuming that other people value the same things that we do or need the same things, especially when we're in those really close relationships. We might take for granted that our partner is going to want to communicate the way that we do or have the same values or the way they want to spend their time. Now, I'm not sure how many people who are listening right now have actually gone through a values exercise. There are a lot of different free versions online to help you really narrow down and better understand what are your top 3 values in life. What are those things that are so important to you to have present? And if you have an opportunity to have your partner go through too, there can be some really great discussions that come from that. Sometimes after you go through that exercise, you'll find that you and your partner have some shared values. Maybe you both really have a strong desire to spend quality time together as a couple. Or maybe you find that you both have a shared need to get a lot of tasks done in order to feel a sense of being productive. But what you also might find after going through an exercise like that is that you and your partner might have some different values. That does not mean, oh crap, this isn't going to work. What it does mean is that it's an opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about your partner, an opportunity to better understand where they're coming from. You could ask questions like, what would it look like for you to have your life living in alignment with this value? Maybe what are some things that I could do to support you in that? It can be helpful to add some clarity sometimes if you can think back or have your partner think back on times when they did feel like they were aligned, or maybe when they didn't feel like they were aligned. What was happening? What kinds of experiences were going on? And as you go through this exercise and you can start to really truly listen and better understand why those core values are so important to your partner, you have another beautiful opportunity. Because then you can have an opportunity to choose, is this going to be a different value or is this going to be a supported value? Now, a supported value doesn't mean that I have to give up what's important to me to take on the value of my partner. But what it does mean is that we need to look at how can we support them in that process? How can we provide them grace and space to be having opportunities to live a life that is aligned? Because for as much as we don't want to have to be put in a position where we're feeling inauthentic or like there's something missing, we also don't want that for our partner, for the person that we're choosing to be in relationship with. Now, we spend a whole webinar really diving into where do those different values come from and what does it really look like to live out a supported value? For now, let's start at the beginning. Do you know what your own values are? Have you had an opportunity to really better understand the values of your partner? What a great opportunity for us to continue to get to know the person we're with even better.